Thorfinn has come such a long way in Vinland Saga, and not just physically, although the distance his journey has covered over the years sure is impressive. Across 2 seasons, the man at the heart of the anime has evolved from an innocent child to a mindless killer, and all the way back around again to a man of peace and calm. The Thorfinn of today is almost unrecognizable from the boy who stowed away on his father's boat to become a warrior, all the way back in episode 1. Season 2 brings everything full circle at the end with Thorfinn's return to Iceland, 16 long years after he first left home. He and Einar have a plan to create a new world free of war and slavery. But first, Thorfinn must reunite with his long-estranged family. Now that the Season 2 is officially over, I would like to say something about this anime. First, let me compare the first 2 seasons, because if you watch the anime, you already know that second season of Vinland Saga is much different from the first one. The first season of Vinland Saga is actually a prologue of the whole series. What is a prologue? Prologue is a part that comes at the beginning of a play, story, or long poem, often giving information about events that happened before the time when the play, story, or poem begins. In the first season, we are able to witness Thorfinn's childhood. He was born in Iceland as the son of Helga and Thors, the most famous Jomsviking warrior until his defection. He is also the brother to Ylva, and is related to the leadership of the Jomsvikings through his mother, who is daughter of the third chief, Sigvaldi. His father Thors was a great warrior. Without any doubt, I can confirm that he was the strongest character in the whole series. In the first episode of Vinland Saga, we saw that Thors actually escaped the battlefield in the middle of a huge fight. He did that because after a long time of fighting, killing people, and destroying other villages, he realized that violence is not the right answer. He stated that the true warrior does not need a weapon. This means that a true warrior can find a solution for any problem without using violence and unnecessary killing. This psychology is proven to have a great impact on Thorfinn's character. As we all know, after Thorfinn went on a quest with his father, he witnessed something terrible. He saw his father getting killed by Askeladd's crew with his own eyes. This event made a great impact on Thorfinn's character development as he swore to avenge his father. This is where his real journey begins. He joined Askeladd and his army so he could have a chance to kill him, but he failed many times. Whenever he fought Askeladd, he lost. Not necessarily because he lacked skill or strength, but because of his rage. He let his rage take over him, making him an easy target for Askeladd. In the meantime, Thorfinn unfortunately did some terrible things. As he was a part of the army, he participated in the battles, robberies, pillaging, and more. He killed many people, both guilty and innocent. This statement will also have a great impact on his character in the second season. At the very end of Season 1, an event happened that changed Thorfinn's life forever. His father's killer, Askeladd, was killed by King's guards after he brutally murdered the king's swain, Canute's father. As Thorfinn saw what happened, he was immediately filled with rage. He stated that he was the one who was supposed to kill him. Filled with rage, Thorfinn attacked Canute, which resulted giving him a scar on his face. Attacking a member of royal family is punished with death penalty. But Canute decided to spare Thorfinn's life, and he got enslaved for the long time, which you will find out more in second season. Before diving into second season, I would like to talk more about Canute, as he is an important character in the first and second season of the series. Canute is the king of Denmark and England, succeeding his father Sweyn for England, and his brother Harold for Denmark. Although initially timid, weak, and always hiding behind Ragnar, Canute later begins to stick up for himself as Thorfinn constantly puts him down. Wanting revenge on his father for being secretly marked for death, Canute develops a more commanding and demanding personality. This was brought out by Askeladd's assassination of Ragnar, whom he wanted to eliminate as he was standing in the way of Canute's emotional maturity. Even Thorkell once commented on how Canute had the same mysterious eyes as his old comrade Thor's when he finally became a true warrior. In conclusion, in first season of the Vinland Saga, Thorfinn's character undergoes a transformative journey throughout the first season. Initially driven by vengeance, Thorfinn seeks to avenge his father's death by pursuing the legendary warrior Askeladd. As the story progresses, however, Thorfinn's perspective gradually shifts. He is confronted with the harsh realities of violence and the cycle of revenge, leading him to question his purpose and the meaning of true strength. Thorfinn's growth is reflected in his encounters with various characters, each imparting valuable lessons. Ultimately, Thorfinn begins to understand the importance of empathy, forgiveness, and finding a purpose beyond revenge. The first season of Vinland Saga sets the stage for Thorfinn's evolution from a vengeful youth to a character seeking redemption and a path towards a peaceful future. Now let's dive into second season of the series and compare it with the first one so you can understand Thorfinn's great character development. The finale of Vinland Saga Season 1 left both the story's characters and its fans spinning. Askeladd conspired to overthrow King Sweyn and put Canute in power. To do this, he feigned madness and beheaded the king, sacrificing himself to allow Canute an opportunity to seize control. With Askeladd dead, Thorfinn was unable to carry out his lifelong quest for revenge. He was carried away to an unknown location before he could hurt the newly crowned Canute. This event proves to be a major turning point in the manga, which undergoes a time skip shortly after. Thorfinn is sold into the Scandinavian slave trade. He has lost both his life's purpose and his will to live. Unwilling to even try and resist his masters, Thorfinn labors until he meets an English slave named Einar. Together, they work to earn their freedom and establish a new, peaceful life. This is where the second season of the anime picks up, with the so-called slave arc. It opens with Einar's village in northern England getting attacked by Vikings, and we see Einar taken back to Denmark after his mother and sister are killed. Einar is bought by a Danish landowner named Ketil, who also happens to own the broken Thorfinn. The two men strike up a bond over the course of the season, though Einar, who detests war and violence, is shocked when he learns that Thorfinn is a former warrior who has killed more people than he can remember. For his part, Thorfinn is haunted by the things he has done in the name of vengeance, suffering terrifying recurring nightmares. With Einar's help, Thorfinn snaps out of his funk and starts doing his bit to end all the bloodshed. This is where his epic transformation begins. As the season progresses, Thorfinn experiences the consequences of his thirst for revenge, witnessing the suffering it inflicts on others and himself. This leads him to reevaluate his goals and search for a different purpose in life. The turning point comes when he encounters a kind and caring family in the peaceful land of Vinland, who show him the value of love and compassion. Through these experiences, Thorfinn gradually sheds his vengeful nature and embraces kindness. He begins to prioritize understanding and empathy over violence, seeking to build connections rather than destroy them. This transformation is marked by his realization that revenge is a never-ending cycle that only perpetuates pain and suffering. Thorfinn's journey in the first season of Vinland Saga is a compelling exploration of his transformation from a vengeful warrior to a kind-hearted person. Through his encounters with diverse characters and experiences, he learns the importance of empathy, friendship, and seeking a path towards peace. Thorfinn was not the only character that experienced great character development. Canute also had a huge change in Season 2. From shy and scared boy who hated war, he became a great ruler who was ready to do anything and kill anyone to reach his goal. The newly reigning King Canute has become an individual who's hardened, manipulative, and cunning of his authority, along with his new stance on the war in which he needed to participate to gain his crown. The change in perspective made Canute a far more engaging character to the audience because of the drastic change that took place over the course of a season, as well as being able to become an individual who made him much more stern and focused. Whether this change is a positive or negative one remains to be seen, but it certainly has made Canute willing to commit or command underhanded methods to succeed the war and become king of Denmark. Even so, this change in character and personality has been positively received by many, and could be negatively received by some. In Vinland Saga, the character development of both Canute and Thorfinn undergo significant parallel journeys across Season 1 and Season 2. While their paths may diverge, there are notable similarities in their transformations and growth. In Season 1, both Canute and Thorfinn start as characters driven by vengeance. Thorfinn seeks revenge for his father's death, while Canute aims to avenge his father, King Sweyn. They are consumed by their desire for retribution, and are single-minded in their pursuit, even though Canute hated war and killing in the first place. However, in Season 2, their character arcs take different directions. Thorfinn's transformation centers on finding a path away from vengeance and embracing kindness, empathy, and forgiveness. He gradually sheds his violent nature and strives for a peaceful future, influenced by the lessons he learns from various characters and his experiences in the journey to Vinland. On the other hand, Canute's transformation in Season 2 involves his ascension to the throne and the establishment of his authority as a ruler. He becomes a cold and calculating leader, shedding his previous timid demeanor. Canute learns to wield power and make ruthless decisions for the sake of his kingdom's stability and his own ambitions. Despite their divergent paths, there are underlying parallels in their character development. Both Canute and Thorfinn confront the consequences of their actions and witness the destructive nature of violence and revenge. They experience personal growth through encounters with various individuals who challenge their beliefs and offer alternative perspectives. Moreover, both characters grapple with their identity and the weight of their roles. Canute embraces his destiny as a ruler, while Thorfinn struggles to reconcile his past as a vengeful warrior with his newfound pursuit of peace. In summary, while Canute and Thorfinn take different paths in Season 2 of Vinland Saga, their character development shares common threads. They both confront the consequences of violence, learn from their experiences, and undergo significant transformations that shape their respective journeys. Their arcs explore the themes of identity, redemption, and the complexities of wielding power. Thank you for exploring the world of Vinland Saga with us. From Thorfinn's journey of redemption and finding peace to Canute's transformation into a ruthless ruler, the series delves into the complexities of power, vengeance, and the human spirit. As these characters navigate the brutal Viking era, they undergo remarkable growth and face the consequences of their choices. Vinland Saga captivates with its rich storytelling, compelling character arcs, and thought-provoking themes. Whether it be the pursuit of a peaceful future or the burdens of leadership, the series examines the depths of human nature and the pursuit of personal growth.